Welcome to the Fit Dad Nation podcast, forging strong fathers and raising a stronger generation. It's time to get up or shut up with your host, Steve Roy.
Hey guys, Steve Roy here, host of the Fit Dad Nation podcast. Welcome to the show. Thank you for listening. It's been a few weeks since I've released an episode. I'm just gearing up for the new year, so we've got some big things coming, one of which is our Project 45 challenge. I was originally going to roll this out, I guess about a month ago. A couple different reasons why I did not. Ended up deciding to make it a January 1st thing. So today I want to share why, if you're struggling with some aspect of your health, your fitness, your mental health, your physical health, you should consider looking at this program. And honestly, I think this is one of really our most, I would say, well, at least one of my favorite challenges, is because it's quote unquote a no cheat challenge and the results speak for themselves. Last year, I did the 75 hard. I did it myself. I ended up failing out of it a couple times from missed photos and a couple of other things. But we ran it in the group, the inner circle, and some guys that really stuck to it. And again, this is, if you know anything about 75 hard, it's not an easy challenge to stick to, hence the name. And you have to start over if you miss any one of a few things that you're supposed to do every single day. And the guys that did stick with it for all 75 days absolutely fucking killed it. So what I did was I created a challenge that wasn't quite as long or as strict as the 75 hard, because honestly, in my opinion, I love First Form, Andy Frisella. I think it's a great idea. And the challenge absolutely does work. I know there's been hundreds of thousands of people that have gone through it and done really well. But in my opinion, it's not something that's all that realistic for busy dads. Yes, it can work, of course. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. But at the end of the day, 75 straight days of being super strict when you have a busy life with children and a wife and everything else that goes with it, sometimes it's just too much, and sometimes it's just not worth it to try to really sacrifice everything for this particular challenge. So what I did was I created a project called Project 45. It's a lighter version of that. It's 45 days. It's still a no-cheat challenge. There's a couple things you have to do every day. And what it is basically you commit to this beforehand, going into it knowing, hey, I'm going to spend the next 45 days doing this. If you look at it, a month and a half, still, it's not super short, but it's not incredibly long either. What I found over the years, kind of the sweet spot of challenges is somewhere between 30 and 60 days. This happens to be right in the middle, so it works out pretty well. So January 1st, there's a couple things you're going to be doing every single day. One is sticking to a healthy diet for all 45 days with no cheats. So whatever your diet is, and I'm not going to pitch any particular diet, any way of eating. Sometimes like a low-carb diet works well for people. Sometimes a higher carb diet works well for people. Sometimes it's as simple as incorporating fasting. Sometimes it's as simple as just removing fast food and soda. So each man is going to choose their own healthy diet and stick to it. So whatever your diet is, you stick to it. So it doesn't have to be my diet or anybody else's. It's what you decide that you're going to follow for 45 days. No cheats. If you cheat, you will revert back to day one. Number two, you're going to follow a workout program. I have one as part of the challenge. It's a strength conditioning program. You'll be doing it every day. Not super long. You can certainly make time for it. The idea is to get super consistent with exercise, training, getting stronger. Next up, you'll be drinking half of your body weight in ounces every single day. Okay, can't be overstated. Drinking plenty of water. You're going to feel better. It's going to help you lose weight. It's going to curb some of your cravings, especially in the beginning. And it's just a great habit to get into. And then you'll be doing a daily mobility session. I've got all the videos that you can follow with step by step. Extremely important for us as we get into our late 30s, 40s, and 50s and beyond. Highly underrated. Spending 6, 10, 12, 15 minutes a day doing dedicated mobility work to really help loosen you up, strengthen some of those weak muscles, and just get you moving and feeling better. It's a huge, huge win, something that I've incorporated, and it's been really instrumental in me staying so fit. And, I play a ton of pickleball right now, and so it's helped me a ton in the sport, just being able to move and play for sometimes up to 6 hours a day. So it's been awesome. So those are the 4 things. So the key behind this isn't just necessarily doing these things and nobody cares about it, which happens in our real lives, right? We dedicate ourselves to something. All right, I'm going all in on my fitness goals. You go to the gym, you write in your little journal, but nobody's really invested in making sure that you're sticking to it. So if you don't show up one day, if you half-ass it, nobody's there to say, dude, come on, let's go, get off your ass, let's move it. The basis behind this challenge is accountability, which is the missing piece for so many men. They don't have somebody holding them accountable. So we'll be doing this inside a special Facebook group. We will have a special tracking sheet that you will log into every single day and track your to-dos. We'll call them to-dos, these 4 to-dos every day. And the other men in the group doing the challenge with you, including myself, we'll see it. We'll talk about it. We'll do daily lives. We'll do weekly live Zoom calls to keep you accountable, to answer your questions, to make sure you do not roll out and you do not fail. And that's my goal for this challenge for you, is to stick with it. And I'm not going to be harassing you to do it, but I am going to do my best to keep you in the game for as long as possible. Yes, there will be failures. There will be guys that roll out. It happens every single challenge, but my goal for you when you join this challenge is to make sure, number 1, you're ready mentally and physically, and number 2, you're committed to it 100%, and then we get after it. Okay, I'm going to provide the framework, everything that you need. You just need to actually show up and do the work. And I think one of the main draws to this is being part of a group of guys that are all doing the same things. They all want to lose weight. They all want to feel better. They all want to feel stronger. They all want to clean up their eating because they feel like shit all the time. I've let myself slide a bit in the last couple months, diet-wise for sure, backed off my training. I've had a few health issues that have slowed my workouts down a bunch. And so, I'm certainly not anywhere near feeling my best. And so it's time for me to get back into it. And this is one of my favorite challenges that I do personally. We do all kinds of challenges in the Fit Dad Nation and in the Fit Dad Nation Inner Circle. And this one, I'm kind of an all or none person. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But for me, I can't have, a bite of Snickers. I can't have a sip of soda. I need to have all of it. And that's just how I roll. So, I walk into this saying, done. I'm done with all that stuff. I'm sticking to this diet. I'm training every day. Boom, I'm getting after it. There's no excuses. And, when I do a challenge like this, I think the last time I did this, I don't know, I think I lost maybe 10, 12, 13 pounds, somewhere in there. And I felt amazing. That was the biggest part wasn't the weight loss. That's not that important to me. It was how I felt. Like I just had so much energy and I felt good when I woke up and I felt good when I went to sleep. And that's huge, huge for us. So I want you to think about this, right? I want you to think about your habits, what you're doing every day. And you gotta remember that, your habits are going to really shape the outcomes of your life, right? Whatever habit. I'm not necessarily talking about fitness-related habits or health-related habits, but just habits in general. This is designed to help you get yourself set up on just some basic, simple, but healthy habits that you can carry forward. And again, as with all the challenges, and I always make this disclaimer, is my goal isn't for you to start this challenge, do incredibly well, get done with your 45 days, and then go back to eating McDonald's and doing all the shitty things you should do before. No, it's to continue your lifestyle, to continue pushing forward, continue drinking the water, continue hitting the gym, continue watching your diet and eating healthy foods, because that's what it's about, right? It's about longevity. It's about long-term progress, long-term results, and that's what it's about, guys. So keep this in mind when you go into this, right? All the tools are going to be there. I'm going to be there every step of the way for you to help you. Okay. You don't know what to do. You're stuck somewhere. You're losing motivation. That's what the group is for. That's what I'm for. That's what the calls are for. Okay. Extremely important to be part of this for the accountability piece. Again, I really can't overstate the importance of the accountability, right? When we're on our own and a lot of us want to do our own thing, I don't need any help. That doesn't work, right? It does not work. We try to do it ourselves. The lone wolf mentality is not successful. Men thrive in tribes. It is a fact. I know that it's a fact, and I've seen it for years. Guys, get some help, okay? Just think about this, right? I'm not here to convince anybody to do anything. You know, I'm not trying to pitch you on a program or pitch you on this challenge to make a few dollars and line my pockets. If you guys know anything about me, that's not at all how I do business, right? Actually, I'm kind of the anti-marketer because I just fucking hate it how everybody just is trying to sell product, and they don't really give a fuck about you as a person. That's not how I do business. I keep my group small. You know, I really like doing it from a personal standpoint. I like to be in touch with all my guys. I like to have a relationship with my clients, right? And I'm not just going to put up a Facebook ad, throw a ton of money at it, build a huge list, spam the fuck out of your email, and sell you shit. And you'll never have any contact with me. You're just, you know, buying a product from a nameless, faceless person. That's not my style. You know, I want to get you in this group. I want to see you face to face. I want to hear your struggles. I want to hear your story. I want to know why you're struggling. And then I want to be able to help you change that. Right? I've been doing this for a long time. It's what I'd love to do. It's what I'm best at. So consider that, guys, when you're thinking about this. Okay. You can find out more information. You can join the challenge at fitdadnation.com/project45. Again, we go live just, I guess, what, in 10 days, 11 days, 12 days, whatever it is, January 1st. We go live. We start. Be ready, guys. Be ready to work. Make sure you're 100% committed to this before you join. Okay? Make sure this is the right time for you. Make sure you're mentally prepared for this. Make sure your spouse is on board. This is what you're going to be doing, okay? This can change your life. I have seen it change people's lives. It does work, absolutely. If you have questions about this, find me on social at the Fit Dad Nation. And again, all the info that you need, you can join the challenge, fitdadnation.com/project45. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, if you want more information, check out the Fit Dad Basecamp group on Facebook. And don't forget to stop by fitdadnation.com. Until next time, keep kicking ass and taking the next step. You can do this, Dad.